Hello, hi, how are you? I'm doing alright. This is my first little video on this channel, at least the first video where I'm talking. My first video was like a little speed paint, and this one's a speed paint too, but this one's a little different because I wanted to talk about how I came up with the character designs in this video. Now, of course, all the characters in this are from Hazbin Hotel. They are Angel Dust, Molly, and Arachnis, who are all siblings. And I'm sure you know this. If you know Hazbin Hotel, then you probably know this well. But I am just providing extra for those who may have just found this video. Also, I just like to hear myself talk because, yeah, fuck you. But yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about the designs and what I decided for them. So now, the main thing we know about the spider siblings, which is what I have dubbed them, is that they were a part of a mob family and that they were Italian / New Yorkan. New York. They're from New York. And that's the main thing we know. Of course, we know a little bit more about Angel Dust, the fact that he died of a PCP overdose. Technically, I think Angel Dust is both PCP and cocaine? I have no idea. This video is not going to be monetized at all. Not that it's going to be monetized in the beginning, because I don't have that subscriber. Anyways, I'm going to stop going on a tangent. Yeah, we know that Angel Dust died of a PCP overdose, and we know that Molly is in heaven. That is all we know. Arachnis is also in hell. We saw him in the final episode, watching the announcement that the extermination was cancelled, but that is all we really know. So I decided to have some fun. I played with their designs a little bit, as far as clothes goes. I wanted, like, they're mostly the same. Like, Angel Dust still has his stripes, he's still wearing pink, he's still very flamboyant. He got a little bit of that boy kisser in him. Arachnis stayed mainly the same as far as his clothing went. I didn't change him up with that much, and so did Molly, really. The only one I really changed, like, the clothing for was Angel Dust, just because I feel like because he died in like the 40s. It was either the 40s or the 30s. It was a little around that time. But I felt like the more flamboyant, the more feminine clothing just wouldn't be very appropriate for the time, as sad as that is. So I put him in a more traditionally mobster outfit just because, again, he comes from a mob family, and I thought it would be fun to draw. Arachnis's outfit was already pretty mobster, so I left that the same. As for Molly, she is also pretty much the same, minus her leg warmers and the fluffy boa she has around her neck. So I really wanted to make her seem like a mob wife. Which the mob wife aesthetic is about going all out, and it's going 110%. You got feathers, you got stripes, you got animal print, and I really wanted to incorporate that. So she has the fuzzy leg warmers and then the animal print boa, even though I kind of wish I went with stripes for the boa instead. Either way, I kind of love it. I love the mismatch of patterns. It feels so mob boss to me. And yeah, as for their, besides clothing design, Molly and Angel Dust are twins.
Sibling.
I believe that was confirmed. Either way, they look very similar, and so I wanted to incorporate that stylistically. So their colors are virtually the same. They have the same pinks, they have the same whites, they have the same blue eyes, but I wanted to go further with that. So I made them extremely pale, despite the fact that they're Italian, and they're mob boss, mainly because I wanted to play with the idea of them being albino, or them having albinism. And and I had to make sure of a couple of things before I did that, because I really wanted Angel Dust in particular to have freckles and heterochromia. Molly also has freckles, and so I wanted to make sure that that was incorporated as well. But yeah, I really wanted to make sure that people with albinism can have both freckles and heterochromia, and it is. If I'll throw up what albinism is to begin with, so you know, I'm kind of just, I have no script. I'm kind of just kind of fucking around, man. But yeah, so I wanted to make them have albinism. So they have the pale skin, they have the bright white hair, and they have blue eyes. I was initially going to go with red eyes, but that's more of an indicator in animals rather than human beings, and so I didn't feel like it was very appropriate. So I just gave them the bright blue eyes. Of course, Angel Dust has heterochromia, so he has one blue eye and one brown eye, just to make it a little more realistic. But the blue eyes is actually shared among all of the spider siblings. At least that's how I incorporated it, and I think it does a decent job of pulling them all together and making them all their own separate person while also still being, like, cohesive. Because Arachnus is kind of the one that stands out a little bit. He's all black, he's all spiky, he's not like the others with their soft white features. And I wanted to incorporate that stylistically, so I made him black. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say why I decided this. Honestly, I just wanted to make an afro character. I love drawing textured hair, and I got these new textured hair brushes that I had so much fun messing around with. And I felt like the way to incorporate, like, his head fluff slash hair, I thought a way of incorporating that would be to have his hair in dreads, in a protective hairstyle. That was the word I was looking for. So yeah, I wanted to make him black. I think he looks very dapper. I think he looks really good. I think all of them look really good. I really am proud of what I came up with, even if they're not the most interesting. I think they were fun, and that's all that matters. But yeah. Also with Arachnus's design, I wanted to give him bowed legs, because even though I know that both Angel and Molly both have legs that are a little bit digitigrade for the purposes of being spiders, Arachnus's are very exaggerated in his character design, and so I wanted to show that visually, and so instead of giving him straight legs, I gave him bowed legs. I think it's just a fun stylistic thing to put in, and I'm really happy with it. Altogether, I'm really happy with these designs. I think they came out super cute, and I want to do this with the rest of them. But I think for the rest of them, it might be a little harder to come up with original designs, because when it comes to human designs for the Hazbin crew, there are a lot of consensuses, like how Alistair has that very distinct haircut, and I like to give him darker skin just because I think it's fun. Or how Husk is black and older, stuff like that. So it might be a little harder to come up with original designs, but I'd be willing to give it a shot if people like this video. And that's all I have today. Thank you. Bye.